Okay, so now we're up to episode 5 in season 4 as we take a look at Flight to the Finish. Now, there is obviously going to be a guest appearance from Fire D. Brony, which I've told you about, I believe, in the first episode when I was talking about Princess Twilight Sparkle. But the thing is, he's basically about, I think, 9 hours ahead of me, and he's going to the new Hobbit movie. So, this episode may be deleted later on and then refixed with the all-new appearance with Fire D, who knows. But let's get on with the story, okay? So, this is the first Cutie Mark Crusaders episode of the 4th season. I'm so glad that we're actually seeing more of these characters. I actually do love sort of the episodes that focus most of the time on Cutie Mark Crusaders, because honestly, they're really good. So, the episode begins, obviously, in the school with Miss Harshwinny. I mean, you know, when you name a pony that, aren't you just begging them to be like, you know, sort of like that? And she's demonstrating to the entire class that there's, of course, going to be a competition to see who would be the flag holder for the Crystal Empire Games. Or, at least, the Equestria Games. Much like the demonstration in the 3rd season episode 11, which is called, hold on, Games Ponies Play. I mean, it was just the 3rd season, and next thing you know, there's that popping up, and we're just trying to figure it out until the season 4 San Diego Comic-Con panel appeared, and obviously we got the, a little storyboard of that, which made an appearance in that, which later on there will be a comparison, so obviously either keep your eyes out on YouTube or Equestria Daily, who knows where this will appear. So, anyways, let's get on with it. Miss Harshwinny is telling the fillies that there's going to be a flag competition to see who will hold the flag for the Equestria Games. That's being held, of course, in the Crystal Empire. Of course, one who's actually going to be looking at it is Rainbow Dash. And I have to admit, an odd pairing between Harshwinny and Rainbow Dash are pretty crazy, I have to admit. And of course, the Cutie Mark Crusaders obviously want to get in on this. They want to obviously win this competition. But, of course, we've got these so ear-raping and just really bad, underdeveloped characters that are Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara. Now, I'd like to make one thing perfectly clear. I hate Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara. They're very underdeveloped characters. I mean, if you got a show, you gotta at least develop them. You're giving basically these two characters as just a cheap foil for the CMC to either get down or depressed or anything. At least DHX developed your characters even more, especially those two. Now that I've gotten my rant of those two out of the way, they basically, the Cutie Mark Crusaders come up on stage to, for their performance of what they think is their flag ceremony for, obviously, the Crystal Empire, for the, Equestria Games. And, of course, there's Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiara that basically get Scootaloo down, like, because of her tiny wingspan. Now, I've seen comics online of basically just Silver Spoon being part of the Cutie Mark Crusaders. And I really don't like these two. I mean, just each time I see them on screen, I just basically want to just jump right into the screen, give them the second finger that I dare not show in a kid's show, and just tell them, You know what? Stop bullying the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Again, let's not get focused on my rant between Silver Spoon and Diamond Yar. Okay, so as the episode progressively continues on, Scootaloo wants to obviously, fly. And they've been practicing all night trying to get Scootaloo to fly, and it's just like, you know what? This is just too stupid. At least from what Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle say. It's like, if you want to fly, that's your problem, not ours, okay? We're just gonna leave you. And like, then the next thing you know, the train's about to leave, and an obvious thing, Scootaloo comes up to the tracks, and they're just like, you know what, I'm not going, okay? I'm not, okay? Then, of course, Scootaloo goes into a room, and this is the first time we've ever seen a little bit of Scootaloo's room. I mean, it's never hinted at the show if Scootaloo actually has parents or not. I mean, if she has a room, then there's obviously much means she has parents. What happens is that, obviously, her dreams get shattered and she doesn't want to, live with them anymore. That's until, basically, Apple Bloom, Sweetie Belle, and Rainbow Dash stop the train and head to Scootaloo's place, where it's be like, no matter how hard you try, you just can't let yourself get down on a situation. Then, of course, obviously, they get to the Crystal Empire, and guess who wins? That's right, the CMC do. And, of course, Silver Spoon and Diamond Tiaras always act like little snobs. And the episode ends perfectly fine with Miss Harshwinnie actually acting like what Rainbow Dash should have acted like back in the beginning of the episode, or just any episode with her, any period. Okay? I think that's a hilarious ending. And then, of course, they obviously think that they'll get their cutie marks and flag waving end. Well, I have to admit, Flight to the Finish was a good episode. It was, I mean, to be quite frank here, it was a good Cutie Mark Crusaders episode. And hallelujah, we've got our first song of season 4. I have been waiting like through the past 4 episodes for a song. And I feel so good. Because the last song we ever had, not counting Equestria Girls, was obviously Magical Mystery Cure. That had a total of 7 songs in it. Can you believe it? 7 songs! And, of course, they aired the next advertisement for their next episode. And let me tell you, it'll be interesting. I believe that we're going to get our next San Diego Comic-Con panel comparison for that episode and this episode. So, basically, keep you guys and anyways, see you guys next week as we take a look at the next episode of MLP, Power Ponies, and obviously, if I ever get a response from Fire D. Brony on his opinions on the episode, keep your comments reframed, and obviously, I'll delete this episode and replace it with the new one with Fire D's opinion. So, yeah, that's basically it for me, and I'll see you guys next week to see how well you can keep resisting yourself from singing Go Go Power Ponies. Okay, that's so stupid. I'm singing like Nostalgia Critics theme, alright. Anyways, see you guys next week, and hope to see you guys in the very near future. Okay? Thanks a lot.
Hey guys. So yeah, I'll start by saying on the season 4, episode 5 episode is actually pretty good. Out of most of the episodes that happened in season 4, this is the one I was looking forward to the most. Okay, so it starts off with Miss Harshwinnie from the Crystal Empire entering the Phillies school to say that there's the Equestria Games are going to be coming around, and there's going to be a group of ponies to hold the flag for them. Yay! And of course, she is accompanied by Rainbow Dash. And obviously Rainbow Dash is being that excited pony, and so yeah, Miss Harshwini is saying that there needs to be just make groups there will be a winner to hold the flag for the Equestria Games. And obviously this is a Cutie Mark Crusader episode, so obviously the Cutie Mark Crusaders are going to try and do this. So obviously they start doing their little quote unquote performance. I don't know what you really call it, but obviously they've they did theirs, and they showed Rainbow Dash the performance, and they showed her performance, and obviously Rainbow Dash really liked it. So, and obviously Miss Harshwini is saying to Rainbow Dash to be professional, be calm, just be yes, quite. Not exactly like that, but you get my meaning. And so yeah, obviously since after the Cutie Mark Crusaders, do their performance, they're just cleaning up, finishing off, and then realizing the two, you should know who it is by now, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. God, I hate them. Well, I don't hate them that much. I mean, they're not the worst characters in the show. I don't know who would be the worst character in the show, but oh well. But yeah, obviously Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon want to try and win this thing too. So obviously they've realized that in Cutie Mark Crusaders' performance is pretty damn awesome, and so they need to try something to bring them down, in order for Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon to win and Cutie Mark Crusaders to lose. And so what Diamond Tiara have found is thought of trying to taunt, well, quote unquote taunt, Scootaloo about the fact that Scootaloo can't fly. Now, obviously, throughout this scene, I'm just like, Scootaloo's still young. She's still got a bit of a way to go. I mean, well, she's already sort of flying. I mean, she's she's lifted herself off the ground a few times. But she's still got a bit of a way to go. Why are you bullying her so badly? This is like the last thing you want to do. I don't know. Maybe they could. I don't know. One day it'll turn out fine. When there's a day when Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon have actually learnt their lessons about not goddamn bullying, which has been done to death. It's been done to death. Anyway. So Scootaloo's feeling very down about this, and she's saying, "Oh, Pegasi should fly. It's just something that Pegasi need to do." And this also brought up another point. Well, you're not alone, because Sweetie Belle is a unicorn. She's not very she hasn't really learned her magic spells very well yet. That's kind of the thing. And so yeah, after that, after Scootaloo has been working her hoofs off just to try and try and make herself how to fly, and obviously she works hours, and she tries to do this for hours and hours and hours and hours, until the point where Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle just give up and say, I'm tired, I'm gonna go home. If you want to fly, you do it yourself. And obviously, since the day when the Equestria Games are going to be held, or Miss Harshwini announcing the group who's going to hold the flag, obviously since Scootaloo is saying to Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom to say, I'm not going to go with you, I can't let you down. And so obviously this brings them all down into a depression, even when Scootaloo just stays at a room, and Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom go to the Crystal Empire without Scootaloo. Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom go to the Crystal Empire without Scootaloo. But then this is when Rainbow Dash starts to realize, well, where's Scootaloo? And Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom say that Scootaloo quit on them, and they all just stop the train, have to go and find Scootaloo and bring it back in order to, fix this problem in, less than an hour. And so yes, and so obviously since Rainbow Dash, Apple Bloom, and Sweetie Belle find Scootaloo, she's and obviously Rainbow Dash is saying to Scootaloo, it doesn't matter if you, it doesn't matter if you can't fly, you're still cool in my book. And that's actually pretty true. Just because there's something you can't do doesn't mean that it has to affect your entire life. Like for me, example, my animations I've been doing so far haven't been going very well, but that doesn't mean I have to stop entirely. I can still keep going. And so yeah, obviously since Rainbow Dash convinces Scootaloo to go back with the Crystal Empire with Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom, they of course go over to the Crystal Empire for the Equestria Games, and Miss Hushwinnie announces the group who shall hold the flag for the EQ Games. And obviously, it's pretty damn obvious the CMC. Yeah, and obviously the Cumulon Crusaders win, they're happy, and Miss Hushwinnie gets a bit all, oh yeah. But obviously, since Rainbow Dash was trying to be a bit more professional, and Miss Hushwinnie was telling Rainbow Dash that lesson, Rainbow Dash goes back to Miss Hushwinnie saying, you need to be professional. And that, I thought, was pretty damn good. The one part, Rainbow Dash being all, saying, awesome! So awesome! Being so awesome! And so awesome. And then Miss Hushwinnie was being all professional, Rainbow Dash. And it just switches. I love that. And so, obviously, and that ends the episode, on an awesome high note. And I thought this episode was pretty fun. Obviously, except for, well, not really except for, what was my flaw? I would say Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon was my flaw, but that's just too obvious. I need to find something else. Well, yeah, okay, I think I found my flaw. I think my flaw is the bullying nonsense has just been done to death. We know. I don't know if that was the lesson they were trying to get across. I don't know. No, I don't know. My knowledge is very low today. I'm just tired from from yesterday. Yeah, because obviously the FirbGuy might have mentioned that yesterday I saw The Hobbit in 3D, and it was pretty damn awesome. But obviously this is not a Hobbit vlog. This is a My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 4 vlog! Yeah, ponies! Okay. But yeah, this episode was enjoyable. The flaw, I would say, is Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon. But, that's just a bit annoying, that's all. I wouldn't say I hate them, but I would say I dislike them. I dislike them, but still, that's just me, though. It's just my opinion. I wouldn't say I hate them, I'm just with them. But yeah, that was my vlog, and FirbGuy, thanks for having me on. I might be in another episode or something, I don't know. But I shall see you another time. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go and get my samurai sword, kill YouTube for those copyright systems that people have been talking about.